Hi Change Masters. In today's video, I want to talk to you about wealth and your relationship with wealth. So stay tuned. Hi Change Masters, welcome back. I'm so glad to see you here. The topic of today's video is wealth and your relationship with wealth. So what's your relationship with wealth? That is a question that I would like you to ask and really sit with it and really listen to the answers that will come up. Why this is important? This is really important because all of us have a view of wealth that not necessarily we are entirely aware of. What are the thoughts and perceptions that we truly have deep inside of in our subconscious about wealth, rich people, money, and so on and so forth? We ask ourselves that question because we must be aware of our relationship to what we want to achieve in life. You know, I'm going to assume here that all of us wants to live wealthy, wants to have abundance in our lives. I mean, who doesn't want to have that, you know? So it's not only about money, but about the ability to have access to resources, to do things that you want to do in life. And all of those things will cost you money. And you will need resources for it. So, and I want you to really discover what is your perception that you have towards wealth and towards money in general. Now, let me share with you my experience with wealth and abundance and money. Now, you know, wealth for me is not only financial wealth. I think wealth is a huge topic, and I'd like to include, you know, wealth as financial, health, and also our relationships and how we relate to others and how we relate to the world. I think it's very important to include that in the relationship that we are observing here in terms of wealth. So for me, you know, financial you know, goals for me was never a problem, but I did have a lot of problems with relationships and the depth of relationships that I've had in my life. So for me, I really think that, you know, that is a part of that I treasure a lot about wealth, is that the depth of relationship that I'm having. And for me, that is a measure that I'm using now in terms of how I'm relating to my wealth and how I'm relating to those around me, because that dictates how I'm spending my time, which is the biggest resource any one of us have, which is time. So, you know, especially when we are looking at finances, most of us trade time for money. And because of that, we sacrifice a lot of our relationships and how we interact with the world. So for me, my particular view is that relationships must be included in wealth creation. So now, my relationship with money, okay, has never been, you know, what it is today. I've definitely had to work, and I had to work really hard to shift huge paradigms on beliefs that I had about money and rich people. And you know, that was an incredible journey for me, because that allowed me to actually be free from a lot of judgments that I had around people who had money. You know, I thought that money was, people who had money perhaps did something wrong to get money. Really weird, right? But hey, that was the paradigm I had. So I had to work with that, and I had to shift that and really see that people who make money, they give a lot, and they give a lot of service, and they give a lot to society. It was a huge discovery to understand that rich people really do contribute a lot in society. So sit and ask yourself the question, what is wealth for you, and what is your relationship with wealth? It's important that you start to understand and create awareness what is your view on that subject, because whatever you want to create in life, you will need resources. And for that, you must have a really good relationship with the resources you're after. There may be financial, there might be relationships, there might be, I don't know, just sit and with yourself and ask that question. How do I see money, or how do I see relationships, and how do I see my time? So, because that will dictate how you're going to approach it, and how you're going to really relate to those who have it, because that's very important. Okay, so I'll leave this video here today, Change Masters. I'm so glad to see you back here. So please like and subscribe to the channel. It helps to grow the channel and helps me make more videos like this. So until next time, I'll see you later.